The character of Feyd Rautha might have been missing from Denis Villeneuve's first Dune adaptation, but the antagonist plays a huge role in Dune, Part 2. His absence from the original movie was a huge talking point that had many audiences concerned about the accuracy of Villeneuve's adaptation, but his appearance in Dune, Part 2 rectified this decision and proved that the director had interesting plans for the character from the beginning. Austin Butler portrays the brutal Feyd Rautha in his first mainstream movie role following the success of Elvis. While 2021's Dune turned out to be an adaptation of the first half of Frank Herbert's timeless sci-fi novel, Dune, Part 2 continues the story and leaves the door open for another chapter. Villeneuve has stated that he wants to expand the trilogy with Dune, Messiah, Herbert's controversial follow-up novel. The higher stakes, new characters, and intense new phase of Paul Atreides' character arc has pushed Dune, Part 2's Rotten Tomatoes score well beyond its predecessor, and Feyd Rautha plays a crucial role in the explosive sequel. Feyd Rautha Harkonnen is a new villain in Dune 2. The terrifying young warrior is the nephew of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Feyd Rautha Harkonnen fights in the gladiator pit in Dune Part 2. Feyd Rautha Harkonnen is one of Dune 2's new villains, chosen by his family to lead on Arrakis once they've taken control of the planet. The young Harkonnen is a fierce warrior who's desperate to prove himself worthy of the family that he serves. In many ways, Feyd Rautha serves as a parallel to Paul. They're both facing immense pressure to preserve their family name, among the strongest fighters of their generation, and are desperate for power. Their rivalry and conflict is a highlight of the film, as Feyd Rautha is the first real threat to Paul's leadership that he's forced to face. As Feyd Rautha's journey doesn't begin on Arrakis, it provides a prime opportunity to explore the Harkonnen home world of GD Prime. That's something that was desperately missing from Dune, as Part 1 kept the audience from really immersing themselves in the large-scale conflict that's happening in the Imperium. Feyd Rautha is a perfect gateway into this, as his narrative intersects with the paths of characters such as Princess Irulan and Lady Fenring in the process. Austin Butler plays Feyd Rautha in Dune 2. The young American actor has already earned an Oscar nomination. In Dune, Part 2, the character of Feyd Rautha is played by Austin Butler, a casting decision that took many Dune fans by surprise following the actor's portrayal of Elvis Presley in 2022. The two roles could not be more different, and while Butler was undeniably great in Baz Luhrmann's biopic, securing an Oscar nomination for the role, he's never displayed the kind of ferocity and rage that are needed to make Feyd Rautha such a compelling villain. However, judging by the movie's early reviews, Butler completely disappears into the character, and his performance is a highlight of the movie.